For more on this story, we're now joined by Dr.Mamadou Diouf, the director of the Institute for African Studies at Columbia University. Welcome, Dr. Diouf.
Thank you for having me.
Doctor, let me ask you first your thoughts on the Western coverage of this. Are the protests that big, or are we mushrooming something that is not that big?
The protests are really big, and it's an important moment today for Senegal and the Senegalese people because of the reputation of the country for having been since independence one of the most democratic countries in Africa. What we are basically experiencing is an old president who is trying to run again for president against actually the provision of the Constitution, and youth and civil society group trying to prevent that.
Yeah, how is it that he's able to run for a third term when they seem to have two-term limits there?
Because he's actually manipulating the Constitution and coming with an interpretation of his own. You know, one thing which seems to be interesting is in 2000, when he was elected, he is the one who advocated for a new Constitution and a 2 years term. Okay. And a 5 years term 2 times, excuse me. And what has happened since then was actually a man who has been amending the Constitution every year. The Constitution, which has been adopted in 2001, has been amended 15 times. And this is precisely what we are, what is being...
15 times is a lot to be able to do that, huh?
Absolutely. Not only 15 times, but the last time he tried again to amend it for the 16th time, June 23rd last year, he faced such a huge opposition that the National Assembly was forced to retreat. And the 16th amendment was an amendment which supposedly will help him put his son as his successor. This is the upper dimension of the problem. Everybody knows that behind his running is actually the plan to make his son the next president of Senegal.
So that's his real goal, but it's shocking, really, that he got these things through 15 times. So you feel his real goal is to get his son into power?
Yes, he tried twice and failed. In 2009, he decided that his son will be candidate in his neighborhood to be a kind of, municipal councillor. And
well, what about his son? Is he popular there, or is he unpopular because of the connection to his father?
No, it's what I was going to say. His son didn't exist until his father is elected. He was living in London, actually. But what happened when the father was elected, he came back. And between 2000 and 2004, he tried to position himself, run for local elections, where he beaten. But the next day, his father decided to appoint him as minister. And today, he is controlling probably a little bit more than 50% of the Senegalese budget. His son is not liked by the Senegalese, and he doesn't speak their language.
Is there enough of the anti-president sentiment to toss him out of office? What's the opposition like?
Actually, this is the other problem. We have an opposition which is not so strong, but what is happening is that the forces behind what is going on are youths which are not aligning with any parties, but which are saying we want our Constitution to be respected. This man who is so old should not run for the presidency.
Any predictions on your part of how this is all going to, work out?
I think that the election will not take place.
Oh, so you think they'll actually stop the election?
Yeah, because it's impossible to organize election context of violence.
Okay, well, we'll have to have you back for that. Thank you so much for the analysis, Doctor. We appreciate your visit today via Skype.
Thank you.
In other news, nearly